Hey there, soulmates. It's your girl, Dr. Melissa, back with another soul stirring episode of Standing on Business, where it's not just business, it's personal. So, today we're going to be diving into a topic that is absolutely crucial and might tug at your heartstrings just a little bit. Our topic is recalibrating your circle, how to surround yourself with the right people for personal growth. Now, I can almost hear someone thinking, hey, Dr. Melissa, I love my friends and family. Are you saying I need to leave them behind? Not at all, soulmates. Recalibrating your circle is not about leaving people behind. What I am saying is that the people that we surround ourselves with have a profound impact on our growth, our mindsets, and our ability to live our purpose. So we need to ensure that we have surrounded ourselves with people that are adding to that trajectory of our lives. Listen, I learned this lesson the hard way. As with most things that I talk to you guys about, I speak to you from lived experiences. As I was navigating through the different stages and seasons of my life, I'm going to tell you that I sometimes found myself in circles that didn't understand my new journey. People that I was just holding on to for dear life, but they just didn't get what it is that I was trying to do and where I was trying to go. These were people that they loved and wanted the old me. They wanted the playing small and safe me. They wanted the me that fit into the box that they were comfortable with. And I will tell you that for a while, I let my fear of losing them or their own doubts and fears that they had hold me back from stepping into my full purpose. But one day I realized something very powerful. If I wanted to grow, if I truly wanted to live my purpose, my calling, I needed to surround myself with people who would challenge me, people who would inspire me, people who believed in me, people who could feed me, didn't just need me, people who could train me and didn't drain me. I realized that I needed that type of support because I needed people who could believe in me while I was struggling to believe in myself. Now, listen, this didn't mean cutting people out of my life, and it doesn't mean cutting people out of your life, okay? It's simply about being intentional about who you allow to influence your thoughts, your decisions, and your dreams. It means seeking out relationships that fuel your growth and then gently creating boundaries with those that don't. Okay? Let me share a personal story with you. When I first started to embark on this new business, this whole answering the call on my life, I felt so alone. I'm telling you, I don't think some of my old friends really understood why I was working so hard. Why was I taking such big risks? Why was I changing? You have to remember, I was already a CEO of a successful business. So for some people, it was like, what are you doing and why are you doing this? And I just don't think they understood. And I will say, if they did understand, it certainly didn't show in how they connected or related to me because there was such an obvious shift, right? I'm going to tell you, navigating and seeing that shift was difficult and it was painful because it is hard to accept that not everyone in your circle is in your corner. That's a hard reality, a hard truth, a hard pill to swallow. But I will tell you, I found the courage, in spite of all of that, to step out of my comfort zone. And in doing so, I ended up on a plane. I ended up on a plane going to another country as an act of pure obedience and blind faith. You see, I had been invited to sit in a room of women who were at the top of the food chain in the business world. And let me tell you, this is something that I wouldn't have done before. I would have passed on this opportunity just based on me not being comfortable with the process. But I did it out of the obedience. And I'm going to tell you that suddenly I was surrounded by people who got it, people who got me, people who were on the same journey, who could offer support and insights that I hadn't been able to find anywhere else. It was an environment that didn't require me to adjust my wattage because they were used to brightness. Now, don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean that other people in my life before aren't and weren't brilliant and playing in the light, because they were sharp, brilliant people. But it simply means that sometimes people are so attached to your history that they can't release you to your destiny. Sometimes people are so in love with the you that you used to be, they can't allow you to be the you that you are supposed to be. Okay? I'm going to tell you that when I did this whole recalibration of my circle, it was game changing. You see, when I had the courage to do that, to examine my circle and to ensure that I was intentional about who I allowed to speak into me, it gave me the courage to dream bigger, gave me the courage to push through challenges and to stay committed to my purpose even when things get tough. So, how do you recalibrate your circle for personal growth? I'm going to tell you that it starts with awareness. So many things you'll hear me say, whether it's from our purpose method, and the first one is evaluate yourself. I often talk about you can't fix what you can't see or acknowledge. So it starts with awareness. You need to start paying attention to how you feel after spending time with different people in your life, right? Who leaves you feeling energized and inspired? Who leaves you feeling drained or doubtful? This is invaluable information, okay? So next, got the awareness. Next, it's about actively seeking out growth-oriented relationships. I want you to look for mentors, join mastermind groups, attend events where you can connect with like-minded individuals. Remember, your vibe attracts your tribe. So, when you start showing up as your purpose-driven self, you're going to naturally attract others on a similar path. And then, perhaps most importantly, it's all about being the kind of person that you want to attract in your life. There's this phrase in a song that says, don't be a nickel trying to get a dime. Think on that for a minute. Don't you be a nickel, but you want to get with a dime. All right? Up your value a little bit. In other words, be what you're trying to attract. If you want loyalty, be loyal. If you want to receive, be willing to give. Be supportive. Be inspiring. Be committed to your own growth. Because listen, as you elevate yourself, you'll find that you naturally attract others who are doing the same. Whew, this is yummy, yummy stuff. Good, 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 good stuff. But let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. Be sure that you come right on back, 30 seconds, come right on back, because on the other side of this break, we're going to dive into the tangible, practical strategies that you need to build a strong, supportive circle. See you in a bit.
Welcome to a unique brew of perspectives. What's the Tea with Gen XYZ is your one-stop spot for a fresh take on today's burning issues. Representing 3 generations, a Gen X icon, a millennial maverick, and a Gen Z trailblazer stir up conversations ranging from social justice to pop culture. They'll bring the heat, spill the honest truth, and find common ground across the years. Expect humor, candor, and perhaps a dash of healthy debate. Enlightening, insightful, and sure to stir the pot. Stay tuned for a stimulating dialogue that bridges the generation gap, one cup at a time.
Welcome back, soulmates. Now, before the break, we talked about the importance of recalibrating your circle, which really just means taking an honest look and assessment at your circle. So now let's dive now into some practical strategies for surrounding yourself with the right people for personal growth. First, let's talk about creating a personal board of directors. Yeah. Just like a company has a board to guide its decisions and all of that, you can create a personal board of trusted advisors. Your board of directors might include mentors and coaches and peers who are a few steps ahead of you on your journey. Regularly check in with these individuals for guidance, for support, and the big word, accountability. Make sure that your board of directors don't include a bunch of people that tell you how fabulous you are all the time. Ensure that it has some credible others who will hold you accountable and say, well, I thought you said that you were going to be doing this. What's going on? Okay? So, personal board of directors. Next, I want you to consider implementing the 5 chimney rule. What's that, Dr. Melissa? I'm going to tell you. Jim Rohn famously said that we are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. So here's the thing. I want you to take a look at your 5 chimneys. These are the people whose smoke you're breathing in most often. What does that mean? The people who are speaking into your life. The people who are feeding your soul. The people who are influencing you. And then I want you to ask yourself, are they aligned with where you want to go? And if they're not, how can you start to shift this? Okay? Another powerful practical practice is to join or create an accountability or mastermind group. What is this? This is a group of peers who meet regularly to support each other's growth, to share challenges, to celebrate wins, right? In these groups, the power of it is that there is a collective wisdom and energy that can truly be transformative. And so for those that are a part of our Purpose Posse, we have accountability groups. I personally, I'm a part of a mastermind. There is such a power in having a collective wisdom. That's the word. The wisdom that comes from a collection of people that can help to support each other and that can help you strategize. It's so important. Here's the thing. I want you to remember that recalibrating your circle isn't about judgment or exclusion. That's not what this is about. It's really about being intentional with your energy intentional with your time, intentional with your growth. Recalibrating your circle is about creating space in your life for those relationships that truly support your purpose and potential. Because oftentimes our space is cluttered with unprofitable and unproductive relationships that do not feed our larger purpose. So, recalibrating is simply about just creating some space in your life for those things that support your purpose and your potential. Okay, so now it's time for our Q&A segment where I get to connect with you directly and answer your burning questions this week about recalibrating your circle for personal growth. And let's take our first question, which comes from Jackie. And Jackie writes, I feel like my current friends don't understand my entrepreneurial journey. How do I find like-minded people without alienating my old friends? Yes, Jackie, I feel you. I feel you on this. There's a balance to this. There's a finesse to this that can feel scary. And I will tell you that this is such a common experience when we start to step into our purpose, right? But here's what I want you to remember. It is possible to honor your old relationships while creating space for new ones that support your growth. This is not an either or thing. It is possible to chew gum and walk at the same time. Okay? So, what can you do with this? And when we talk about old relationships, I'm not talking about toxic ones. I'm not talking about ones that are unprofitable to your growth. Okay? I'm talking about relationships that from people that care about you and that support you, but cannot necessarily understand this next journey, this next season of your life. And not because they don't want the best for you. It's just not for them to understand. My mentor always says that sometimes, we're trying to figure out why people don't see our vision. And she says it's because God didn't give it to them. So quite simply, these are not negative, toxic relationships. We got to talk differently about those. I'm talking about good people, good relationships that just can't go on this. They can't fully embrace where you're trying to go. Okay. You can start with these relationships. Start by being open with these current friends about your journey. Share your dreams to the extent that you can. Share your challenges and your excitement to the extent that you can. Some of them may surprise you with their support and understanding. When I first started my business, there were those who looked at me like I had grown a third eye. And I got the deer in the headlight stare like, what? Why? What? You? But then there were some people that surprised me who said, I'm so excited for you. How can I help? Right? So for those that are willing to support you, embrace that. And that's great. But for those that don't get it or won't get it, just practice compassion. They're not wrong for not understanding. They're just on a different path than you. And that's okay. Now, at the same time, while you're also talking to your old relationships and sharing what you can with them, I want you to actively seek out communities of like-minded entrepreneurs. So here's where I want you to seek out the new relationships. I want you to join online groups, attend networking events, participate in workshops or conferences in your field. And be open, be vulnerable about what you're looking for. You'd be surprised how many others are looking for the exact same thing that you're looking for. And Jackie, I would say to remember, this is not about replacing your old friends. For those people that have been in previous seasons of your life that are content with remaining in your life and not trying to subvert or sabotage what you're trying to do, oh my goodness, they're like pure gold. So it's not about replacing them. It's simply about expanding your circle to include people who can support this new chapter of your life. You can really have both. One of my friends that I have now, dear friend, who is supportive of everything I do, was my friend since the second grade. We've been best friends since elementary school. Now, we don't talk every day and we don't have the kind of relationship where we, are in each other's space often. But the love and the support and the encouragement that I get from her has extended through the decades. So replacing her is never an option. It's not about replacing her. But I'm going to tell you that relationship, I know it's pure gold because it has never stifled my ability to expand my circle to include other people. Okay? So that's the litmus test. Okay? Anything that's holding you hostage, no new friends. Yeah, I don't know about that. Okay. So, Jackie, I hope that helped to answer that question. It was a really good question. Our next question comes from Amy. And Amy asked, I know I need to surround myself with more positive influences, but I'm an introvert and finding networking opportunities is challenging for me. Any tips for recalibrating my circle as an introvert? Great question, Amy. Thank you for that question. As an omnivert, and let me just pause right there because most people in my life would say that I am a straight extrovert. I am not, Amy. I am an introvert who plays an extrovert on TV. I'm an omnivert, which means that I can navigate in both worlds. I have a lot of introverted tendencies. Most people don't know that. But then I'm also energized and fed by connections and activity with other people as well. So I can completely understand this challenge. Here's the good news. Recalibrating your circle doesn't mean constant socializing or large networking events. You don't need to be in everybody's face all the time, okay? You can start small. Focus on quality of interactions over quantity, okay? Look for one-on-one connections or small group settings where you would feel more comfortable. Accountability groups are typically small in numbers. There's not a ton of people in that room. And so that might be a good place to look and to start. Online communities can also be a great way to connect with like-minded people at your own pace, okay? Amy, I want you to also consider reaching out to people that you admire for like a virtual coffee chat. Believe it or not, this is a thing now, right? This is one of the few blessings of COVID, is that many people are now open to these types of connections. And what it will do is allow you to build a relationship in a more intimate, manageable way, right? Also, I would say don't underestimate the power of content consumption. Don't sleep on that. What do I mean? Podcasts, books, online courses. These can all be a great way to surround yourself with positive influences, even if you are not directly interacting. Uh, I would say remember this, that being an introvert, Amy, let me reframe this for you, Amy. Being an introvert is a superpower. Your ability to form deep, meaningful connections is incredibly valuable. So I want you to trust in that. Trust in that, and then focus on creating a few key relationships that would truly support your growth. I hope that was helpful. Well, soulmates, what another powerful exploration we have had today. So as we wrap up this episode, I want to leave you with this. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your growth, on your mindset, on your ability to live your purpose. You, you, you have the power to create a circle that uplifts you. That is in your power. You have the power to create a circle that challenges you and supports you in becoming the best version of yourself. It is not about cutting people off, but it's about being intentional about who you allow to influence your journey. So, This week, I challenge each of you to take one action toward recalibrating your circle. And you may have to just start with that awareness piece, just examining it and asking yourself those tangible, critical questions, right? But maybe it's about reaching out to someone that you admire for that virtual coffee chat. Maybe it's about joining an online community of like minded entrepreneurs. I might know of one. Or maybe it's about having an honest conversation with a friend about your journey and what you need. Once you've done that, once you've taken on this challenge, go ahead and share it in our community. Or if you're not a part of the community yet, shoot me an email about it. And that way, we can support each other in creating circles that truly nourish our growth and feeds our purpose. And remember this, soulmates, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So choose wisely and trust that as you step into your purpose, you're going to naturally attract others who are on a similar path. So let me thank you again for tuning in to Standing on Business with Dr. Melissa. I truly hope that today's discussion has ignited a fire within you to embrace your authenticity, prioritize your growth, and infuse your business with your purpose. If you want more information about me, please visit our website, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow me on all of my socials. And then after that, if you are ready to take your business to the next level and align it with your purpose, I invite you to join our free community, the My Soul Purpose community. There, you're going to have the opportunity to connect with like-minded entrepreneurs, gain clarity on your purpose, and develop a roadmap for aligning your business with your authentic self. The community is absolutely free. So, to learn more about it and to secure your spot, you can join me at community.purposeprofitess.com. I cannot wait to serve and support you there. So, join me next week as we dive deeper into the strategies and mindset shifts needed to build a purpose driven business. I want you to remember that you are purposeful and you are powerful. I truly believe in you, and I cannot wait to see the incredible things that you're going to achieve. So, until next time, my soulmates, keep standing up, keep standing out, and keep standing on business. Bye for now.